Family, coming at you with a fresh Zoom video I learned from Maya and Ashley. Thank you both, who tried to make their Zoom accounts using Zoom.us, but it looks like that won't work because that did not get them the phone numbers. So it looks like we need to go through Clever. I did some research and talked to another colleague, and that's like just a step we got to take. So first thing you'll do is go to clever.com. You'll click down this drop-down arrow right here, and you'll select teacher or staff. Once you get here, it might say Edgecombe County Schools for you already, but it might also look like this for you. So I just want to make sure everybody knows this. If it looks like this, the way Phillips is coded is it's just Phillips Middle. It's not Phillips Middle School. So you want to be careful to make sure that you're choosing the correct one. There's also a Phillips Middle in Chapel Hill. You want to find the Phillips Middle Edgecombe County Schools, North Carolina. If you do not click the correct one, nothing else will work here. So I got Phillips Middle, Edgecombe County Schools. Now I can log in with Google. I'm going to log in as a staff member. Obviously, if you're a teacher, you'll click teacher. And then Clever's going to open up a portal that shows us a lot of the resources that our district has for us. So you'll see a lot of these should look familiar to you guys. Google Classroom. A couple of folks are getting training on iReady this week. We'll be sharing that out soon, and so on and so forth. Then if I scroll down where we got ECPS tools and research, nope, just kidding. It's not there. It's down here under more apps. I don't want to rate this right now. So I'm going to go all the way to the bottom to more apps. Here's Zoom for teachers and staff. I'm actually going to heart it because I want to save this, and I'm going to click on this. Then it's going to go ahead and create a Zoom account for me. And I think at this point, this is where we should be able to make the phone numbers. If you try to make a meeting and it does not create the phone numbers, I recommend logging out, exiting all the way out of Chrome, and then trying it again in Zoom and seeing if it works after that. Now, if I'm going to create a meeting for my students, and this is going to be similar to how we did with Google Meet, we will have one link and a set of phone numbers for all of our office hours, banner, and classes. We'll keep it simple by keeping it the same per teacher. So I'm going to call this Omera banner, there we go, classes and office hours. Again, I obviously don't have classes, but that's what I'm doing just to model for you guys. You can enter a description if you want, but you don't need to. Then down here it says when. Well, since we're going to be doing this throughout the year, most likely, and until things with COVID, until we get through to the other side, I'm going to click recurring meeting. And then I'm going to come down here, and for recurrence, I'm going to select this drop-down menu. And I don't want it to be any of these except for no fixed time, because I'll be using this a lot, especially if I'm a teacher with office hours and class times and banner. So I'm going to select no fixed time. Then down here it says meeting ID. You could use your personal meeting ID. It really doesn't matter either way, or you could generate automatically. Whatever is easier for you. I prefer personal meeting ID because that's the same ID that all of my when I start a session, it automatically uses that one. So for passcode, I'm actually going to change this to Bulldog. And I think everyone here should do the same. That makes it a little bit easier. And then you guys have a choice here for waiting room. I'm really not sure if we should do this or not yet, but I'd be curious to hear what you all think. If you click waiting room, what that means is students will be put in a waiting room before you admit them into class. If you prefer they just be able to log in right away, you should leave this unclicked. However, if you find that kids are logging in a little early and it gets confusing, you could also click this button and then they'll be in a waiting room. And then when you actually do your Zoom, it's really easy to enter all of them at one time. If you don't want to do the waiting room, totally fine. I think we should all play with this and share what we're learning from it. And as we come down here for video, we want the host video on, participant video on. And then for audio, we'd want both telephone and computer audio, so make sure that's selected here. Moving down. Probably don't do enable join before host. You can if you want to. That just means that participants can get in there beforehand. This is kind of useless if you do a waiting room, I think. I'm not sure, though, so it might be worth clicking it. Again, we're going to do a lot of learning here together. We'll get one of our experts to do another Loom for us on actually how to use Zoom. Right now, this is just about getting it set up, though. I prefer mute participants upon entry. That way, everyone joins already muted. And then you could do breakout room pre-assign. I think that might get complicated, and again, that's something that we'll explore in the future. Whatever you choose for when you first set up your meeting, it's really easy to go back and redo it or edit it. And then finally, automatically record meeting. Then this is like a piece that I'm finding a little tricky. I'm learning from this though. Once everyone has set up their Zoom account using their ECPS account, we should be able to enter alternative hosts. So I might do Jess Parker at ecps.us. It hasn't been working for me though, so let me show you why that doesn't work. It says it's not associated, but I know she set one up. So I think there's something there that we need to learn from. But my hope is down the line, we'll go back and we can add our moderators. So our moderators also can create breakout rooms and can also support us with the use of the Zoom platform during meetings. So then I'm going to click save. Again, if anyone knows how to do this, please holler at me because I could use your help with that. I'm going to click save, and then I'm going to have my meeting now. So what I need to do next to make sure that we all have each other's invitation links, I'm going to come over here where it says invite link, and I'm going to click copy invitation. And then it gives me all this information about my information. And then I'm going to come down and I'm going to click copy, and now it's been copied to the clipboard. Then I'm going to go to our spot where we kept our Google Meet information for families. So I'm going to search Google Meet here in my spreadsheets, and I will link this in the Bulldog Bark so you don't have to do all this searching like me. But this is the document we want to open. And then you'll see I've added a tab that has all of our names across the top and a lot of blanks where we can enter our Zoom information. So if you look at down here at the bottom, this actually says new Zoom link information. Loom is new to me though, so Loom's blocking it. I don't know if I can fix that or not. Can I move this? Oh, snap, I can. This is cool, guys. So yeah, so you'll see here that it says Zoom information. So then what you're going to do is come to your column, and you are going to go to edit and paste, or you could also do Command V, or I'm not sure what that is on a non-MacBook, but something V. I think that's probably, I don't know. Someone can tell me what that is too. So I'm going to click paste, and then now all of my Zoom information is here. Sometimes these phone numbers don't paste correctly, so if that happens to you, I don't want you to stress about it because it will probably be correct up here. And then once everyone does this for the whole week, so my expectation is that by Friday, this whole thing is filled up with everyone's Zoom information. What I will do is go back in and I will change all of the bit.lys using your Zoom meeting information, and I will create a new one-pager for parents that give these phone numbers as well. Obviously, we'll probably go with the New York one. I guess it doesn't really matter, to be honest, because no matter what, we're going to be long distance. But we'll include the phone numbers, we'll get the parents the link, and what we'll do is a really intentional rollout the week of September 8th in Banner, where we will make sure that every child knows the new Zoom information for all their teachers. So again, this is a time where we're going to go slow in order to go fast. I think that's it for now. So this week, the only goal I need from everybody is to create your meeting, get that meeting put in here, and then that way we can move forward with teaching kids how to log into Zoom. We might need to push it back until not the 8th, but the 14th. So I'll talk with the leadership team. We'll see. We'll talk with you guys to see what your comfort level with Zoom is. And then what we'll try to do is make sure we get you some extra support and training on actually how to use Zoom. I think that'll be really critical. So that's where we're at. And please get this done by Friday the 4th, I believe. Thank you, fam. Love y'all.